Hey, hey, hola mi gente. Welcome to Coco Dominguez Love and Laughter. I am Coco. Hopefully you've been laughing, you've been loving along the way. I have missed you. I got a little sick, which by the way, I don't even get sick, but I had like sniffles and allergies and stuff. So I was like a snotty ass kid for a couple of days. And my son was sick before then, so I had to take care of business. But I'm back. I'm feeling great. It's Texans season. Football's here. Monday night, first home opener for the Houston Texans, Monday Night Football. So Liberty Whiteout, if you are going to the game, wear your whiteout. I will be there. I'm credentialed to cover the game and just enjoy the tailgating before the game as well. So if you're going to be tailgating, that's one of my favorite things of the season is when I cover it through the station because I eat good, I drink good going through those lots, all those hours before. So hopefully I get to see you there on Monday night as we try to win this second game. But there have been a lot of things happening with the Houston Texans lately. I was able to attend their sneak preview. They have a brand new high-end fashion line for the ladies. So women who want to just elevate their look, elevate their style, a little bit more chic, a little bit more luxury. They partnered up with Christy Lynn, which is a Houston-based local designer. She's not from Houston, but she's locally here now. So they've got different pieces. Each piece runs about $450. I know you're thinking you can go to an entire game and buy gear for that, but some people want exclusive merch and exclusive looks. So definitely that's a way to go. And there are about maybe 6 to 8 pieces, I believe, in the line. These are some of them right now that I was able to check out at Drake's Hollywood for their fashion show. So super cool, inspired by Hannah McNair. That is for you, ladies, if you're wanting to step it up. And so they have them available on the Christy Lynn website, but they're going to have them in the team store according to the Texans schedule. So different themes, they'll be dropping different pieces. So definitely look forward to that. What else have I? Oh yeah, I went to it's called the season opener or the season premiere season kickoff. Anyway, so it's with the Texans and they do a casino night and it honored their flag football team. So I was able to to go there, and a lot of the guys were G'd up, fashioned out. So you got a chance to see them in their wear, which kind of what they would wear probably on game day as we see them coming down the concourse. But I did have to get on Will Anderson Jr. because I'm like, dude. So story time, all right? So I covered the Texans training camp, and every day they have a couple of different players that they bring up to the podium, and you can ask them whatever, coaches, stuff like that. So one day they had Will Anderson Jr., and I remember seeing him in the offseason, like on social media and other people posting about his fashion style and how he likes to attend fashion shows and Paris Week and all of this stuff. Anyway, so I asked him, so what's your game day gear looking like, as you're coming through? He's like, oh, I'm really a simple guy. And he just kind of was like, I'm not really into fashion that much. And I was like, okay. You've been quite the fashionista in the off-season.
Have I? I didn't post nothing but fishing for real.
Well, people have posted of you and, things that you've been wearing. Are you planning on bringing some of that to game day,
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little tad bit. For me, I don't like to make my fashion too much of a distraction, so I just keep it very subtle.
I saw him at the Texans season premiere, the event. He was G'd up. He had his own little cowboy style. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't you tell me you weren't into fashion? And he's just like, I'm so sorry. I did not mean that. I am into fashion. I was locked into the interview. So I was like, let's take a picture so we can see your fashionista outfit. So this is the picture that we ended up taking that day. That's all right. I forgive you, Will Anderson Jr. Just have a great season. All right. Speaking of football, guess who's coming to town? Friday Night Lights. Completely different look this Friday. Deion Sanders in Colorado will be playing the University of Houston Cougars. So Friday, if you can imagine, that is the biggest buzz of the week. Dion coming here. There are going to be so many people at this game. I mean, first of all, U of H is a team to go and watch anyway. But to have them playing against Deion Sanders, one of the highest, most notable football head coaches, college football coaches that people are just kind of gravitating towards, of course, these last few years. So that's happening Friday night. And hopefully U of H wins. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about the H, right? So go University of Houston Cougars. And speaking of one last talk about football, let's talk about the NFL football fans, because I found this super interesting. There is a report that came out on how much NFL fans drink, like that kind of drinking at the game. So just so you know, it was conducted by Action Network. They interviewed over 3,058 NFL fans to find out some of their drinking habits of all of the different teams. So the Houston Texans fans, hear me out. I don't know where they did this survey at, or if it was online, or they really were able to tap into the entire United States. But the Houston Texans fans are the second most likely to pregame. 80% of Houston Texans fans drink in the stadium. 80%. 4 out of 5 people are drinking in the stadium, and 19% are drinking 5 or more drinks. 5 or more drinks in a game? Like, are you getting doubles, or are you getting up at least once a quarter, double up at halftime? 5 drinks is a lot of drinks at one game. I mean, it's a lot of up and down and going to get a drink, but do you, boo? Do you, boo? In an Uber or whatever else you got to do. But I found that super interesting. So here's a couple of the other top findings, the booziest NFL fans by team. The Arizona Cardinals overall are the booziest. They won, followed by the Buffalo Bills and then the Houston Texans, okay? So 38% of fans skip alcoholic drinks at NFL games completely. So not everyone is drinking in the NFL as fans as a whole. Just a little bit more with the Houston Texans. 49% of fans pregame before a game so they can save big. Great idea. It's even better if you do it on the property at the tailgate outside, so you're not like showing up a little cuckoo already, and you just walk over there and hopefully you'll be able to walk by the time the game starts. All right, so the team less likely to drink at a game, what team do you think it is? What team's fans? The Pittsburgh Steelers. They are less likely to drink at a game, so shouts out to you guys. And 80% of Houston Texans fans, I've said that far more than any other team. Any other team. Texas is crazy. Okay, and the Green Bay Packers fans are least likely to drink before a game, surprising to anyone who has ever tailgated for the Cheeseheads. So I don't know how that maybe they overdo it on cheese. I don't know. Maybe they're doing something. But those were some pretty fun facts there that I thought, that's how we do in the H. I'm not proud of it. I'm just saying. I remember, do you remember a few years ago, and this was maybe 15, 20 years ago, Houston had, Harris County had more DUIs than any other city. And we were like that for a while. There was one year that we were the more DUIs than any other county, and we were the fattest city in America in the same year for like a couple of years. So people are just out eating, drinking. I guess they say everything's 30 minutes away, but drink responsibly, people. There's so much more life to enjoy. All right, trust me, I'm getting into that life. All right, so those are some fun football facts there. So let's move on from football. One thing you do not need a drink to go do. This event changed my life. Not life, but I just will never be the same. I went to go see American Psycho, the musical. Put that together. Let me let you sit on that for a while. American Psycho, the musical at the Hobby Center. It's still there for probably another week or so. So I had never seen the original American Psycho because I am not a scary movie person. I don't like watching gory movies. I don't like zombie and all that. Like, I don't need that negative energy in my head. I don't need to think about that after. But I love musicals. I've seen so many musicals. I love going to the Hobby Center. There's so many different things from Hamilton to Mean Girls to the Rick James story. I mean, there's so many musicals, but I've never seen a horror musical. So this is the best way that I could describe this to you. If this was a Netflix special or a Netflix show, and you know how they put the description up on top? The description for American Psycho the musical would be sex, violence, and drugs. Because my mouth was, I was sipping on a drink. So I wasn't like, that's what I meant. You don't even have to be drinking. You really need to be aware of what's happening on that stage. It was crazy. They are in their G-strings and bras not most of the show, a lot of the show. There's a lot of sex. There's a lot of drugs. There's a lot of gore. They're even playing some of the movie while the killing is going on stage. And you're like, there's killing on stage? Yes, there's killing at this musical. There's sex scenes. It was crazy. It was crazy. There's not an age like minimum to go, but I wouldn't take anyone under the age of 18. Like, I would treat this as a rated R live motion picture that is happening in front of you. So if you're a little curious, I would say go. And like I said, you don't have to have seen the original movie to see how everything is playing out. But you know how people say, trust the process? That's what I did for this musical, because I'm like, I'm just going to watch it all the way through. Because even when it started, I was like, we're at the Hobby Center and they're doing that on the stage. Craziest thing I have ever seen. But congratulations to Roberto Aguirre Sacasa. He is the writer for this musical. He also happens to be, listen to this, guys, the writer for Glee, Pretty Little Liars. What are some of the other ones he's done? He's done so many. So this is the original writer for those TV successful shows, but he was a part of this, and I got an exclusive interview. What a great guy. I mean, truly what a great guy. And even after the interview, he was like, can you let me know when this is going to run? My mom would love to see this. So felicidades to you. I mean, really. And the cool part about this American Psycho play is that they were adding scenes. Okay, the musical's been out for about 10 years, right? It's been on Broadway, everywhere, New York, London. But the cool thing about this time around that they started here is that they were adding and changing things for the first time in 10 years. And all of those changes were being made right here in Houston. That's where they started everything. This was the kickoff for this round for the musical, and then it's going all the way through London. So how great is it to use our people, our city, just everything to test it out on us. But I'm telling you, American Psycho will have you exploring things you probably have never seen live on a stage. Eso todo lo que voy a decir. I'm not going to say anything else about it. What else is wonderful happening outside of Houston, Texas? Oh, can we shout out? Seriously, New Mexico, the first state ever, free childcare for everyone, regardless of your salary, regardless of your income. Everyone, beginning November 1st, everyone is getting free childcare. That is the biggest thing for so many parents that really just need help getting back into the workforce. And don't we want people back into the workforce? Don't we want children thriving and being able to go and interact with other kids and not be like, oh, in preschool, you got to qualify. If you don't make enough money, then we'll consider you. But if you do, then you can't go. There's no spots. It's insane. So New Mexico hopefully has set off something for the entire country to be able to adapt to, because I think we could really get things moving, and give these parents a break, so to speak, not even just from the kids, but a break to be like, hey guys, I want to get back into the workforce. Because I know a lot of parents want to get back to work. They don't just want to sit around and be stay-at-home mothers, or stay-at-home fathers, which is fine if you want to, but a lot of them are kind of waiting for the kids to get back in schools, because I don't know if you've paid for childcare lately, but it's kind of like paying for rent, like a 1-bedroom a month. So they're going to save approximately a little over $12,000 per kid. So congratulations to New Mexico. Woo-woo! Strong J. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I have loved talking to you. Shout out to Urban Office. I love my studio, of course. Just being able to be here. And thank you to all of you who continue to watch me on Fox 26. I'm on every day at 4 p.m. for the Texas Live and Local show with my co-anchor, Anthony Antoine. Of course, I'm on at 10 p.m. at night. And a lot of people for the Bayou City Buzz, which a lot of people say, oh, I watch you every morning, or I watch you. My stuff runs all day long. So people think I work from morning to night. I kind of do, but I'm not at the station the entire time. But thank you so much for all of the love. I appreciate you guys checking in on my YouTube. Subscribe, because I've been watching some of my the data and all of that. Guys, don't just be up on here looking. You gotta subscribe. Ándale un poquito. Dale un like. All right. Saludos to you, to your family. I hope you have an amazing week. Go all of Houston's sports teams. Check back in here. I'll be checking back really soon. All right. Los quiero mucho. Ciao. Love and laughter, baby.